Morning. Getting warmed up here as we are getting ready to engage with all of y'all today. I'm so glad that you have joined us. If you are watching this on the replay, please do type in a comment down below, hashtag replay. That just lets me know people are coming back and watching this stuff after the fact. But I really love it when you guys catch me while I'm doing it. I try to do these like about a quarter to 8 in the morning here Pacific time, but sometimes I can't get to it because I'm bum rushed with all of the things that I'm doing in the mornings. And then I'm heading off to a Zoom call right after that. So God bless you if you're joining us live or even if you're watching us here on the replay, and let me know what you think of this video. This video is a little bit of what we old schoolers on YouTube like to call a video response. And that is that someone has given us a topic that is compelling, and my friend Ashley posted a video on her Facebook, and I think it's on her YouTube as well, that was really compelling to me, and it kind of stirred my heart, and it actually got me to go to her website, and I was looking at her website, and I was really inspired by that as well. And so, thank you, Ashley, for this great video. She called it "Why Cast Iron is Like Our Hearts." I think it's something like that. And I wanted to kind of expand on that a little tiny bit because I'm a little bit of a cast iron collector. Now, mind you, I got rid of a lot of my collection when I moved into uh, a fifth wheel. And now I live in an apartment and I've accumulated a little more of cast iron stuff. But she was talking about how stuff gets cooked on and stuff gets set out and neglected. And in order for us to continue to cook in that surface, we have to clean it up. And that is a parallel to our hearts and how we have to be healed first before we have to clean up a bunch of stuff in our past. We have to deal with it. We have to face it head on. I can't say it as eloquently as she did in her video. So I would encourage you. There's a link in the description of this video if you haven't checked it out yet, and I really urge you to check it out. But I have a couple of pieces here with me, and a lot of my cast iron that I've collected over the years, I bought it at thrift stores. So in the thrift stores, you'll find some really messed up pieces, and some of it is antique, and some of it is worth some money. And some of it is also worthless, or it would be worth something, but it's not because it's been really abused. So sometimes you'll get a piece of cast iron that's a little rounded on the bottom. We call that a spinner. If you set it on a flat floor and try to move it around, it'll just spin in a circle because it's rounded on the bottom like a bell. And so I want to show you a couple of these pieces. This one here is it's a Griswold pan. This may or may not be worth a considerable amount of money because it's a Griswold. It's perhaps the finest cookware that has ever existed on the planet. And you may notice that if you buy a cast iron in the stores, it typically has a very rough finish, and this has a silky smooth finish. Now, mind you, my seasoning on it is a little bit sloppy, but this pan, I got it in a thrift store, and it was caked just hip deep in all kinds of lacquered on goop, and it almost looked like candle wax piled on the outside of it, and it was all glassy, gross shellac, like creosote that builds up on the inside of a chimney or a fireplace. And that's what it looked like when I first got it. In fact, I couldn't even verify when I first got it that it was a Griswold because you couldn't see the emblem on the backside of the pan at all because it was so caked on. And This pan, I put it in a garbage bag, which with some industrial easy off, and stripped it down until it was bare metal, bare metal, and then slowly added on seasoning by cooking in it. First, I cooked some oil in it and let it cool down and let it get a layer or two of seasoning on it. And I want to say this is a lot like our hearts. Sometimes, like it's been so abused, it really needs a whole reset, right? Like we really got to strip down all of the layers and get down to bare metal, right? And then there we can find what we can cherish. There we can find what we can love on, and we can add love and accumulate new love on top of that until what you see in the end is something that is loved, right? What you see on the outside reflects what's on the inside that's loved, right? Not just because, I keep them clean, I maintain them. I'm careful with these. I don't the first cast iron skillet that I ever got for myself, I I put it in the dishwasher, and then I got mad because, of course, it came out completely rusty. I got so mad, and I threw it away, right? And that is the kind of careless recklessness that we treat each other with, right? And, this is my other one that I have. This is, you may notice some similarity with the handle on it, and that is because Wagner and Griswold are, they became the same later on. Both companies were bought out by Lodge later on, but you won't find Griswolds anymore, and you won't find Wagners anymore unless they're used. But this is also an antique Wagner, and it's kind of identical in the same respect. It's basically the same pan but bigger. But this one, you may notice it's unmarked and it doesn't have an emblem on it. I have had Wagners that have the Wagner logo on the bottom like this that Griswold has. But this one, it doesn't have an emblem. It's an unmarked Wagner, and the handle is identical to the Griswold. And you'll notice if you look closely that in the bottom of this, there's almost like a weld mark right here where it's silver. No matter how many times I go to season it, it's still got this silver mark here. And that is because at some point or other, and there's a little divot on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it on here, but right there. And that little divot was caused by an arc at some point. Probably somebody's stove malfunctioned and caused it to arc out, and that's what happened. So um, it's got a permanent scar on it, and I think of that too, like our hearts, right? There are some things that are going to be marked. It's going to be a mark that's going to stay there, and we can still pour love all over it, and the mark will still show, and it doesn't mean that it's broken. This is a perfectly awesome cooking surface. This is actually my favorite pan to cook in of all time. I love cooking in this pan. There's you almost can't do anything wrong with this pan. And if you love on it, this pan will outlast every set of pans that you will ever buy in your life. And it's super fine cookware. And it doesn't even matter that it's got this little arc on it. It doesn't even matter because with love, this pan is going to function better. It's going to outperform every pan that you've had if you know how to use cast iron. If you don't put it in the dishwasher, anyway. I just wanted to share that, and I agree with Ashley that cast iron pans are a bit like our hearts, right? A bit like our hearts that maybe we could treat better, and if we work at it, we can repair them, we can reset it, we can love on it, and then what others will see is that love, something that is loved. And that I'm hoping that this isn't too obscure for these channels, but I want to say we heart cast iron. And I think it matters that we care. I think that in our life, in our business, in every aspect of what we do, we could care more. We could spend a little moment and focus in on the care side. This is something that I have lacked in my life. I have not been a terribly loving person in my life. That's why I'm so blessed to have my wife, because if you guys meet her, she is amazing and lovely. She's a beautiful person. And she is I often call her the love part of me that is missing entirely. And anyway, you guys, if I hope that as you're watching this, that you are around people who love you, who care about you, who give you an opportunity to love back. And if you see somebody out there that is struggling, that needs a hand up, that needs lifting up in their spirits, someone that you can pray for, someone you can come alongside, I hope that you will. I hope that you'll see these like I look at these pans in the thrift stores like treasures, and they're just treasures waiting for someone to love on them. And I hope that you see your friends and even your acquaintances as such, as treasures, and that with love, that you'll see more love on them as you love on them. Anyway, I hope that you're in a community of people that loves you and that you love as well. And speaking of community, um, I am attached to a community of people that is fantastic and uplifting. And we get together every day and talk about heart centered service to others. And if you would like to be a part of that, I would encourage you to check out my website at SpareTimeIsMine.com. I will bring that up right here. And this is my website. And I've tried to make it more like sharing and bestowing gifts and really bringing value. You can sign up for my free newsletter, and I send you stuff in the email all the time, little tips, useful thoughts, hopefully edifying, building up thoughts and things to talk about with your friends. And then I usually will give you something for free. So that's in that email list. There's also a daily Grow Rich mastermind where you can call up. It's kind of early in the morning for us West Coasters, but it's like 6 a.m. on the West Coast and it's 9 a.m. on the East Coast. But every day you can call this number, this phone number, and you can talk to a group of people that is just laser focused on service to others and gaining prosperity and wealth. And I hope that you will join that call. And there's also a link where if you wanted to start your own business, you can have some fun with that. And and then I've got a nice picture, one of my favorite pictures that I just recently put on my Facebook. It's also on that page, and a little story. So anyway, you guys, thanks for joining me here. And I'm gonna drop over here again. But let me check the chat and see if any comments. I do not see any comments. I do see some eyeballs over there. If you are here, let me know you're here. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up. I just wanted to talk about this, and I hope that you will check out Ashley's video, because Ashley's video, she really put it kind of poignantly and talked a little bit about her story. So check that out. The link is in the description of this video. It's in the doobly doo, right? It's in the doobly doo. You know what the doobly doo is, right? If you're on X, you can. find a link to my YouTube channel and you'll see the description there. But you have to check out this video that she did. It's just really great. And thanks anyway, you guys, for joining me. And we will see you again tomorrow. God bless you guys. Join us again. And have a wonderful day. Make today awesome. You've got a whole bunch of the rest of today ready to go for you to make awesome and pour love on some other people. So have a great day.